to the Junk Food Vegan. On this show, we try to highlight some of the more, how do you say, indulgent aspects of being a vegan. A lot of times we get put into these categories of saying that it's healthy, it's good for you. Well, we still are healthy, but we're trying to make these things a little bit more acclimated to people who don't normally eat like this. So I am Chef Jared, I am the Junk Food Vegan. It is my goal to have you guys see a different side of veganism and how accessible it really can be. This episode, we're going to be doing one of my absolute favorite things to eat in the entire world, something I ate as a child and still to this day, but we're gonna kick it up a few notches. Today we are going to be doing a grilled cheese, but not just any grilled cheese. We're going to be doing a crostini slider grilled cheese with some of the best smoked provolone I have ever tasted in my whole life. We'll go over that in just a little bit. We're also going to be doing a tomato bisque, give it that nice creamy texture to it. So stick around, hopefully you guys get some tips. Obviously, don't be afraid to comment and let me know if there's anything you want to see from me. So stick around, hopefully you enjoy. So here are the things you're going to need to assemble the grilled cheese today. I recently went to the health food store and I found this Violife made by Just Like. I don't know if, I guess maybe Violife is the name of it. I don't know. 100% vegan, smoked provolone slices. It is $6, but this is from a Grains and Greens. This is from a health food store. I couldn't get this anywhere else. This is, I did open this up and try it since I wanted to tell you guys right away. This is absolutely 100% the best cheese I've ever eaten in my entire life, and that includes non-vegan stuff as well. The smoked flavor is just fantastic. This is dairy-free, this is soy-free, this is gluten-free, this is lactose-free, this is nut-free, this is preservatives-free. So the ingredients basically say it is filtered water, coconut oil, food starch, modified potato starch, salt, smoked flavoring, vegan sources, olive extract, beta carotene, color, and vitamin B12. So not too terrible for you, but man, the flavor is amazing. Just a regular tomato. I already did my prep before I did this part, so you're gonna have to see the stuff already cut up. Standard shallot, aka shallot. Always fresh clump garlic. Today's bread is going to be basically this loaf, this grain loaf right here. I don't really like a lot of bread, so I definitely don't want a whole huge bready grilled cheese sandwich. I'm gonna be making kind of like just crostini sliders basically, but you know, you get whatever you want. This is your life too. I wanted to make it with a little bit of tomato soup. I had a really hard time finding anything at the store which was aka vegan and that didn't actually have corn syrup in it. So Progresso's here for the win. This is tomato and roasted red pepper. I'm excited about the roasted red pepper aspect. I want to say this said it had cane sugar in it and no corn syrup, but it had corn starch in it. So you know, I'm trying to make this easy for you guys. Normally I would make like my entire soup from scratch, but I'm trying to start the show off being kind of easy and more acclimated to what you guys can actually do at home. I was gonna get cilantro, but I forgot I used the rest of it in my avocado hummus, so we're basically just gonna scoop a little bit of that on the soup. And that's it besides olive oil. Alright, the first thing that we're going to go ahead and get started with is we have to saute the shallots and garlics to mix in with the basil and the tomato to spread on our grilled cheese. So let's get started. Shallots, aka shallots. Now you don't want just a ton, but if you've never messed with shallots before, it's basically just like an onion. Sorry. It's basically just like an onion. You want to peel all the stuff off of it. You probably got a lot here, but I like shallots. And you're going to be consuming this, so you pretty much want this as minced as humanly possible. Got it? Shallots. Clever says shallots. See, if you put this in the food processor, it's going to get it all wet and nasty, and you don't want that. Alright, pretty good. Let's move on. So we're really only going to do 2 bigger garlic cloves, and if you've never done this before, this Super easy. Just smash it to get it all open. Do the absolute best you can to remove all this bullshit. You don't want to eat any of that. I don't know, maybe you do. Maybe you're weird. Same process. Oh, we left a piece. I don't want to eat that. And I'm weird. Same process. You want this as fine as possible, unless you know, if you're all about chewing on garlic, big chunks of it, that's totally cool by me. This is it's definitely a judgment-free zone here, people. I'm already vegan. What do I have to say about anybody else? Okay, let's get this sauteed up. So just like the last episode, you want it on medium-high, and you want to wait till the pan gets hot before adding your olive oil. Again, the reason that we're doing this is because we want to marinate these two together with the tomatoes and the basil. You want to give it that time to really marinate together. You want the flavors to come together, not just be thrown in all willy-nilly. You know, I try to make these recipes as simple as possible, but obviously you guys out there need to learn some, I don't know if you need to learn new techniques, but if you want to learn new techniques, this is definitely one of them. Garlic, shallots, these are incredible flavors. I really wish you guys could smell this. So we're going to go ahead and let this saute for a little bit, and I'll come back to show you what kind of color we're looking for. Not completed yet, but I did add a little bit more garlic because you're using this as a marinade with the tomatoes and the basil. So don't be shy on the olive oil. You definitely want this to soak up that flavor and already get acclimated into the other mixtures. Alright, it's been going for maybe 2 minutes now. You can see on the edge here you're getting a little bit more of the crispy burnt pieces. I shouldn't say burnt, I should say crispy delicious pieces. So you definitely want to make sure you're whisking that around. You don't want anything to get overdone before the rest. We're not blackening this. We're really just trying to get the flavors to come out. So before we go ahead and burn that, I'm going to say no more than 3 minutes. We're already done. So the longer you leave it in the pan, the more obviously it's going to keep cooking. So we're going to go ahead and throw all this just right into the bowl. I don't know if you could see that better, just to see the caramelization a little bit better. Alright, we're going to get the tomatoes and the basil thrown in here now. Now, granted I normally would rather use aroma, but kind of forgot when I went to the store to get this stuff in the first place. But I'm just going to be taking slices like this and doing it in half, because you know we have the skinny bread. So we're throwing that in there. I'm going right up to the line right there. I'm only doing 2 little short ones, so we're just going to be doing 2 of these, throwing them in the bowl here. Now unfortunately I actually wanted to teach you guys how to chiffonade, which is basically the process of putting all your herbs flat together, then rolling them, and then cutting strips into it, but this is COVID-19. All we had basically was this stupid already ground basil here, so this is all I could get, unfortunately. So, and it's not the brightest green, but it's not completely shit-tized yet, so I'm going to basically be throwing in maybe 2 tablespoons. I like it basil-y. And then from this point, I'm simply just going to be throwing in about a teaspoon of pink salt. Ah, yes. Trusty, always grind your pepper too. Don't get lazy and get that already ground bullshit. That's probably a good half a teaspoon right there. I'm gonna grab a spoon. You really just want this to marinate. Now, I don't really like
hot tomatoes outside of like a marinara sauce or something. So we're going to basically put this aside and wait for it to cool down, let the flavors really start to liven up, and then we're gonna go ahead and assemble the grilled cheese. So we're gonna do more of a crostini slider type of grilled cheese, but like I said, you guys can go ahead and do any type you want. There's no wrong answers. So I have to get 4 pieces cut. I like them to basically be all the same size. Not too much bread. So boom and boom. Awesome. So again, we're gonna do a medium high, almost close to really high. Wait till the pan gets hot. We're gonna do a combination of olive oil and finish off with some butter. All right, so the pan's pretty much hot enough. Put that side down, that side down, that side down. And you wanna roll the pan. Oh, make sure they're completely flat. You wanna roll the pan because you wanna make sure that it's getting nice and hot. Got 3 pieces of the provolone here. Gonna cut it in half, put it on each piece. And then do a little halfy and halfy there. Just gotta remember to put them together that way though. So we're gonna let this low, slow, and cook on here. And at the same time, we're also low and slow cooking the tomato soup. Basically all we're gonna be doing to this is adding some of the vegan mayonnaise and then some of the avocado hummus to give it some of that cilantro, avocado-y awesomeness. Okay, I turned the pan down just a little bit. Those are actually starting to crisp up pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and add some of the vegan butter. And then this is fun little process of trying to make sure that each piece gets a little bit of the love. And this cheese is actually melting pretty good. We're getting a really nice crispiness here. So yeah. Make sure you soak all that up. And honestly, it's not grilled cheese until you grill the cheese. I think that's a funny concept of calling it grilled cheese and you don't ever actually grill the cheese. I grill the cheese. This also shows you how crispy I'm looking for. There we go. Didn't want to do too much. Now it's nice and grilled. Alright, and that's it. These are your little tiny crostini slider grilled cheeses with actual grilled cheese. All I did was just throw a little bit of basil on top of the soup just to give it that extra nice basil-y atmosphere because it was roasted red pepper. I'm going to be enjoying this this is called Zevia. So Zevia is a 0-calorie soda. It also has 0 sugar in there as well. Let me zoom in so you can see it really has nothing to it. But it has just, I mean, if you like root beer, it's got just such an awesome flavor and it resembles Crystal Pepsi because it is actually clear. All right, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy this as much as I do. Listen to this. Ooey gooey meltedness. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, so accidents are happening all over the place. I can't be responsible for everything. I did forget that I had the tomato and basil with shallot mixture. Go ahead and just place that right on top of there. Like done so. Oopsie!
Alright, well didn't that look delicious? Sorry I made a few mistakes on the way there, but man, like I said, I'm eating this food. I get hungry, I get excited. I hope you guys are actually really excited to try some of these dishes, hopefully this one. Let me know in the comments if you have tried these dishes or any struggles that you guys have to maybe create or find some of these things. I live in a super tiny town. So it is actually still quite easy to get some of these. You gotta go to places like your local health food store, or if you have like a Trader Joe's or something like that. If you do, you lucky bastards. I don't even have a Whole Foods down here, so if you have anything like that, good luck to you. But thank you guys for tuning in. Obviously, rate, share, comment, do everything you can to help this channel push forward. I know that there's a lot of other people out there doing a lot of cool things too, but hey, I'm trying to do it in a little bit different way, and hopefully you guys are willing to take this ride, this journey with me. That was terrible, but Oh well, that's what this show is all about, making little mistakes, moving forward. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Chef Jared. Thanks for tuning in to The Junk Food Vegan. Welcome back to The Junk Food Vegan. I am Chef Jared. Thank you guys for tuning in to this extra episode. Welcome to The Junk Food Vegan. This is another episode where we're going to be highlighting vegan dishes that are a little bit on the... It is my journey and is my goal. It is my goal to have... Well, when I mean channel, I mean one episode. Thanks for tuning in to The Junk Food Vegan. I am your... Welcome to The Junk Food Vegan.